Good morning, everyone. Today is May the 3rd, 2021. This is Stockcast, your pre-market show. My name is James Mason. With me is Todd Derby. Todd, how are you doing this morning?
I am doing well. Welcome everyone to the month of May. New month, new beginnings. And to celebrate that, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
All right. So, pre-market so far, the Dow futures are currently up 199 points. S&P 500 is up 21 and 3/4 points. And we're setting up to come out pretty strong on this Monday, but we will see how it turns out. Like we say in every show, y'all know how this market is, and you know how crazy this is. Just because it's coming out the gates green, 200 points right now, that doesn't mean it's going to hold that way. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have a pretty decent dip at the bell and have a little bounce and chop around. So just keep those position sizes safe. And when you're in profit, make sure you continuously move up your stop loss so you can lock in those profits. So, Todd, what do we have today to talk about?
Take a look at ticker AI8. Alpha, India, Kilo.
All right.
L.
Ticker AIH. So this ticker is having a pre-market push right here, but I'm not going to be looking at this today. What I need to see it do, and actually I'm going to hold up and explain that in a minute. Let me update y'all on the share structure real quick. So short interest, pretty much nothing is being shorted on this. This will increase today with this push up pre-market, but current share short, 54,900 shares. So again, relatively nothing. Outstanding shares, 23.6 million. The float, 2.7 million. So super low float. Looking at the news, they have a couple filings. Nothing major that I really see for a catalyst. But what I would like to see on the daily chart here is, looking back at 5, we can see this pre-market push up right here, up to 948. So we need to wait to see what it does later on, as in not today, in the future. I will not enter this thing today, and this is why. So we need to see that breakout above 949 in the future. Again, not today, because look at this on the daily chart right here. And let me get rid of some of this. All right. So it basically ran up here to this yellow line. 948 was its pre-market high. So that breakout is going to be 949, which is what we want to see in the future to break above them. And looking back at its history, this is what we have going on. So for this ticker, what I expect it to do today, it will probably push back up here. There's a good chance it will push back up to that pre-market high. It may even break a little higher. That doesn't matter to me, because this thing is more than likely going to turn out to be a fader, where it will go up to whatever pre-market high it decides to make, or even in the live market, which probably won't be much higher than 949. And it's going to pull back and just continuously fade the rest of the day. On this daily chart, what it's going to look like is print this massive red candle wherever it decides to stop. Who knows? But it's going to print a massive red candle on the daily chart. And then the days to come, pretty much keep going red until it consolidates right around on that 9 EMA again. And then it will dip, do a little bounce, and then later on, when it comes back up on the daily chart and breaks that range up here at 949, that's when I'll look to enter. So that is what we need to see for ticker AIH. And it's kind of hard to say for my target price. By default, I'm going to have to say this range right here around 12.17. But again, this thing in the future could break way beyond at 12.17 and take off running. Now, we don't have a catalyst set up yet, but we could have something coming in the future. And we'll just have to come back to this one when everything starts to evolve overall. Again, this is ticker AIH to watch in the future. Excuse me. All right.
Pedro's requesting us to take a look at MGM. It helps if you guys kind of put on your comments. You put a ticker in there. Why we're looking at it? Are you long? Are you short? Are you looking to end? Is there something you like about it? Something you're thinking about it?
I mean, if you just want to flash a chart, like just dropping a ticker could literally mean just flashing a chart because we don't know which way you want to go with it. All right. Let's take a quick look at GameStop. And the reason why is there's going to be a lot of FOMO here. News is out that they had paid off their long-term debt. And so what does that mean? Well, it means that they just paid off a long-term debt. What's going to happen is people are going to catch FOMO on this thing thinking GameStop to the moon, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we could bounce here on a daily chart and have a little push up. But, guys, come on. It's just freaking stupid to continuously try to chase this GameStop BS. You're not going to beat the hedge funds. You're not going to prove a point to anyone. You are only gambling. There's nothing strategic about this. I don't care what you say or what you think. And I know some of you probably were successful with GameStop and probably think you actually know how to trade. If you continue on with this, you will erase everything that you made in GameStop and AMC. Continuously trying to chase GameStop and AMC. It's stupid, guys. There's no point in it. These companies are not worth what their PPS value is. It doesn't matter what news they come out with. But that's on you in the end. Y'all make your own decisions. But again, y'all keep playing around with these stupid meme stocks, and you're going to learn. This is literally the large cap equivalent to the OTC pump and dumps. And y'all are getting sucked in and being used as suckers. That's it.
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody comment about playing. I know it's a meme stock, but I don't know anybody who's still chasing it.
I've been seeing quite a few comments come through.
Have you? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope they're not getting burned on that. You take a look at Sterling's asking about ticker BTX. This is a crazy one. It was trading at $8 10 days ago, and in the pre-market, it printed $90.99. And this moves on thin. It trades very thin.
So this is another Wall Street Bets meme stock. As for why they're pumping this one, I don't have a clue. It actually doesn't even make any sense why they're pushing this one up. But here we are again, pre-market. We're up to $64. So $14.20 per share since last Friday. We can see it here. And we were actually up higher at the beginning pre-market, up to 90, 99. So what's going to happen here, looking at this pre-market chart, is we'll probably have a little bounce. It will come up, and then it's going to get rejected, and then get just beat down again. When looking at this daily chart, this thing's more likely going to print a massive red candle, and the days to come probably get beat down and then go sideways. Might have a little pop again, and then just get killed after that. It's essentially going to look like GameStop. So we see this strong run up, and then it's going to get hammered back down, have a slight little pop, and then beat down again. So let's pull up that GameStop chart again. So this is what I'm talking about. The strong push up, and then beat down, a little pop, and then beat down again, and then it runs up a second time, and then so on. That is ticker BTX. So don't get caught up in the FOMO on this one, guys. If you were not in this to begin with, you're just going to get smoked. What I do know is this thing on the TT Black Box alerted last Friday a bullish swing trade. So while that is cool, I still didn't chase it. I don't chase the meme stocks. So let's take a look at MGM real quick. All right, so MGM is up a little bit since last Friday. Currently going for 41.03. That's update. Short interest, 14.15 million shares being shorted, 3.5% of the float. Days to cover 1.5. Shares outstanding, 491.8 million shares. The float, 398.5 million shares. So a ton of shares out in the market. And this is one of the reasons why I don't care about stocks like this. Just way too many shares on the market. Let's see. They have a ton of news. Their news, they just have so much news, it would be hard to really dig through it right now. But what we want to see here, looking at this daily chart for MGM, is, to be honest, it breaking above its all-time highs. Right around breaking above 42.87 to really see that continuation. And with there being so many shares on the market and just in general, what kind of catalysts are these casinos going to have besides, people trying to say, oh, the economy opening back up? I mean, these companies weren't even worth this before the pandemic even happened. So that's why I don't really get too caught up in them creating all-time highs, because the market has just been pumped up so much. That's kind of hard not to be creating all-time highs for these large caps. So that's just my opinions on MGM.
I was trying to find the alert. I think it was a Johnny alert that from the black box.
Okay.
And I'm back to April 16th. And I can't find it.
Let me just run through the comments real quick. All right, so here's a question. APHA and Tilray merged. Has it happened? And if not, is it a good time to buy into? So let's look at Tilray real quick.
They merged on Friday, I think, this past Friday.
So this goes back to the whole saying, buy the rumor, sell the news. Last year, when we first caught the merger news, that's when we were talking about going long in it, and it was really in the $8 range. We started going long in it, and we caught it up on this first run, and I don't think we really chased it after that. But we caught it up to this first run, and then pretty much all got out of it, and then it soared after that. Excuse me. So this is literally the same pattern like GameStop has that I was just talking about. Makes this strong push up, this parabolic push up, and then it will pull down, have a slightly little run afterwards, and then it just dies off after that. So what I mean with the whole buy the rumor, sell the news, if you don't know, is the rumor was that they were merging, and that's what caused this parabolic run. Well, now the news is that it's official. And look what it's done. Hasn't done anything. So with Tilray I would not catch FOMO on it. The hype, the craze, it's gone. What they'll need in the future is to actually have this merger pan out and create something with it. And we'll need to see it get above this $21.31 range before we can start taking it serious again. So this is what I just kind of see overall for Tilray, and I'll have to see what it does in the future.
James Hayes is asking about Pfizer PFE, and his question is he's got a large position, and he thinks the next couple of days will be his best opportunity to get out, even for a small loss. He's currently at $40.50.
Being that it has earnings tomorrow, this is a tough one. You can look at this daily chart and just see how it pushed up so hardcore on that RSI, and it's just cooling off right here. Also, too, looking at their share structure, they have almost 5.6 billion shares on the market. Companies that have that many shares on the market, they really don't move much overall. And if you look at their all-time highs, we're currently at 38.91. Their all-time highs are only up to $44, which is really nothing. So really each half of a point that this thing moves, that's pretty significant for a company that has 5.6 billion shares on out in the market. Me personally, and again, like, I'm kind of expecting that you probably have contracts. Hopefully you have shares. If you have shares, it'd make this a little bit easier. But if you do have the option contracts, man, me personally, I know I'd just eat that loss and cut it. I'd be so worried about the earnings here, and with it being just so overextended on the daily chart, of just getting crushed with the IV after earnings. That's what I'd be fearful of.
I was going to tell him that Pfizer's is one of the good dividend stock. They pay a dividend over 4%. You might have a better chance of catching a price increase when it's getting closer to the dividend. People will buy in for the dividend, collect it, and then they'll sell off. I was going to look at the chart to check the dividend history on that.
But the thing is, like, we don't know if he has contracts or shares.
Oh, you're right.
So if he has options, it ain't going to matter.
Won't matter at all.
So that is just what I see for Pfizer. So let's see what else we have going on in the comments. OCGN. Actually, let's hit that one real quick.
Yeah, that one released some news this morning.
All right. Well, let's see. They did have some news. Doesn't look like it's really too significant, but still, there's a lot of FOMO behind this ticker. Let me see something else. All right, last update on the short interest. 27.13 million shares being shorted, 14.8% of the float. Shares outstanding, 188.1 million shares of the float, 182.5 million shares. And pre-market, we are currently sitting at 1403. And you can see that we had a slight gap up from Friday when it closed out at 1267. So what I'm kind of expecting this thing to do, let me look at the 5-minute chart really quick. I'm expecting this thing to kind of chop around here in the beginning of the day We might come back up here, test these pre-market highs, maybe break it, but then after that, just get beat down and just turn into a fader. And looking at that daily chart, that slight little gap up again, we might push up a little bit more. I mean, we could run up to as much as 1575, but nothing's guaranteed there. Chasing this thing for a day trade would be very risky in my opinion. So again, I expect this thing to make a little push and then just sell off after that. Come back down here. We'll probably consolidate, go sideways on the daily chart, and we'll have to see what we can get after their earnings on May the 7th. Now, looking at the RSI on the daily chart, we'll see this huge spike back here. And that value was, let's see, the huge spike back here, the value was 97.91 for the RSI. And then the second spike, it got up to 92.28. And then here we are where it's just struggling to stay above 70. So again, we'll probably kind of stay in this range for just a little while longer, and then it will get beat down. And I'm kind of predicting today, and then cool off the days to come. Who knows? And then we'll just kind of be at the mercy of the market and what this company does. I mean, they did just announce that they're looking to raise $100 million. And with us pushing up again to this point and then releasing that, I think it was maybe last Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I can't get my news to load up on it now. I think it was last Thursday maybe, or Wednesday. But sometime last week, they were looking to seek, or they announced that they were looking to seek $100 million. And we're probably in that range that they're going to start cashing in on it, especially before earnings, because they ain't dumb. They know that earnings are a coin toss as well. So they're going to get their money, and whatever happens after earnings just happens. So just keep that in mind. I would not keep chasing this with FOMO. If you're in profit, it's okay to take profit. So that is ticker OCGN. All right, Todd, that is all I have for today. Do you have anything else?
No. Welcome to May. Have a good month. Let's start it off on a good foot. Good green day. And see you guys tomorrow morning. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, please.
Yes. We do this for likes and subscribes.
Yes.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Again, trade safe. If you're in profit, move that stop loss up. It's okay to take profit. I promise you, it is absolutely okay to take profits in this game. That's what we're here for. So it's funny how many people refuse to take profits, but they'll take massive losses. It's a weird world, but you got to do the opposite of that. So y'all trade safe, and we will see y'all tomorrow.